every now and again, we will get a prospective client who will say, well, Linda, what is the ROI on investing in this coaching program that is increased confidence through the power of personal style? And we get people who are superbly confident coming to my program. And then there are women who are very low on self-confidence and self-esteem. And I work with both. It's about powering up from where you are to the next level. There is always another level. You always want to go more, higher, faster, better, stronger, because that's the spirit of excellence inside of you. So I've made a few notes here of just off the top of my head, return on investment when you take the decision to invest the three things in yourself that produce powerful results: the time, the money, and the effort. Whether it's in this coaching program here, or investing in real estate and learning how to do that, or investing in how to become a better singer and advancing your career in that way, there must be a return on investment. But there must be money first. You have to have skin in the game. Nothing of value that is sustainable for the long term comes for free. If you're someone who's looking for free or for cheap, what you put in, you're going to get out. Then you're going to get cheap results. So if you don't commit to yourself and invest in yourself, why should I? Why should he? Why should they commit to you and invest in you? So you need three things: the money, the time, and the effort that you put in to a coaching environment that has a track record and strong, powerful results where you go, she was here and now she's there. I want some of that. So let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say that you learn how to build a beautiful wardrobe on a budget that is customized to your body, your personality, your lifestyle, your profession, or that which you want to be your profession, because that's part of what I do in my program. You can go to www.LindaPaige.com after this and check it out. It's Paige. And you also will learn what's most important is at the heart of the program is how to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. That is the actual thing that we do. That is the trick, the secret to style, is to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. How do you do that? Well, another conversation for another time, or LindaPaige.com. Let's say that you invest in that coaching program, that you get the skills, you get the wardrobe. Now what? Let's say you got a nice pantsuit. You got a nice green pantsuit that you can wear with white trainers, for example. You can make your earrings smaller. Maybe you want to wear a white, nice, crisp t-shirt underneath, and you're going off to, maybe you're traveling, maybe you've got a business casual or a smart casual event. Let's say that same pantsuit, you can dress it with some heels, a nice silk cami, some pink or red lipstick or some gloss, some nice little diamante earrings, and off you go to that interview. What's going to happen is you're going to stand out in that interview because there are many other people applying for that role. And when you stand out, the evidence abounds. It's out there. Go and look up enclosed cognition. Enclosed cognition will give you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of research, which I've done, in terms of why, when people interview those applying, the candidates applying for the job, why, if they are faced with the same skill set, the same level of expertise, the same capability, why they will go for the better dressed one. Because when you dress on the outside in a way that reflects an excellence on the inside, people are drawn to that because we all have inside of us a spirit of excellence. When you dress well, maybe later on, a year down the line, there's a promotion that's coming your way in that company that hired you initially. And because you have a track record and a reputation of attention to detail and a spirit of excellence through how you dress, you are going to be invited to that promotion, to apply for it. That happens to my clients all the time, all the time. They get invited to apply for promotions that they don't even think that they're qualified for. But their employers and their investors see in them a spirit of excellence and a sense of leadership and a sense of consistency and diligence that they want in their business. That happens all the time. You will have maybe a similar approach to going to the grocery store, because I talk about the grocery store all the time. When you don't blend into the background and have more eye contact with the ground than anyone else and hope that nobody recognizes you, but you put that same blazer on with some little jeans and some cute shoes or some wedges and a nice top, and you just make an effort with a little bit of lip gloss. Maybe you're going with no makeup that Saturday and you go in there. You will have experiences like I have had personally, where someone has come to me and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you look like someone who da-da-da," and I was invited into a business breakfast where I made the most incredible business contacts simply because I was the only one. I looked around afterwards and I'm like, yep, I know why. I know what happened. I'm the only one that's dressed up. And not even, I had a blazer on, I had a nice white t-shirt, some bootleg jeans and some wet shoes. I had a little bit of makeup on and I had some lip gloss and I had my hoop earrings on. "Excuse me, ma'am, you look like someone who invited to a business breakfast. Go there." Incredible, incredible connections. When you build yourself a reputation for being well-dressed and well-presented, you are going to rise up in the ranks in your community as well as in your profession, both personally and professionally. And you're going to be invited to tell your story. You're going to be invited to present your expertise. You're going to be invited to be a speaker. My clients experience this on a regular basis, and they go and they are that speaker. And they, in our coaching program, we learn also about presentation skills and what to do and what not to do, because it's an incredible opportunity to be on stage and influence people for the good and give them something that helps them. Somebody in that audience sees them, or somebody takes it back and says, please watch this video recording of this event. I think we need to get her in here. You get invited to another speaker event, and it's a paid for deal. That impacts your income immediately. What else do we have here that my clients have been through? Oh, yes. So a client of mine said to me, this is how I used to dress for dating, and I just was continuously attracting the wrong kind of guy. And I said, well, what were you wearing? And what kind of guy were you experiencing? And she just said, well, here's what I typically wear. And, the guys are like, they're okay. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not bad guys, but, they're just like kind of average. And so I said to her, tell me about what you're wearing and how does that make you feel? How would you explain that outfit? And she said, yeah, it's pretty average. I'm like, yeah, what you wear is what you attract. What you wear is either going to attract or repel amazing people and amazing opportunities. So she learned the capsule wardrobe. She learned about how to dress beautifully, be sexy, still be modest. Yes, it's possible. And she started standing out in all of her, she wasn't exactly speed dating, but she was intentional about meeting someone, which she now has. And she started getting feedback like, wow, it's nice to see a woman dress up again. Wow, can we have a second date? And she's like, we've only been here for 5 minutes. He says, no, but I can see that you are a woman of substance, and that you're confident, that you're successful, and someone who takes herself seriously and lives a life of intention and has plans and goals just by, I can see by what you're wearing. And all kinds of invitations came her way. Now she's the woman that stands out in a dating crowd and is invited by those of a higher level of standard and a higher level of excellence. What about dressing when you're working from home? Oh gosh, this is just, if you are working from home still in your PJs or dressed halfway up, this message is for you. Then you are closing your bank account to more income, and you are closing yourself off to more influence, more opportunities, and a whole lot more life. This is how I dress working from home. All the way down to my shoes, all the way to, always. I don't dress halfway up. I often, when I'm speaking with people or clients or somebody else, I ask them just to step back and, do you mind if I see what you're wearing? And how many times have they been caught with their pants down? And a lot of and this time it's, either I'm recruiting someone, this has happened. Someone has interviewed with me on Zoom, a first interview, and she's like, I love what you do, and I want to be part of empowering women, and, I've got a passion for fashion, and I can learn more, and this is my sales track record. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Could you stand up? Can I see what you're wearing? Yep, that's happened. I'm like, come on, honey, how serious are you? When you get up, dress up for your Zoom calls and working from home, your productivity increases, your positivity increases, your energy levels are up. You get noticed in the online Zoom crowd. And I have had clients after clients who have said to me, only since they've been doing the program, they've been Zooming with these people for years. And a lot of them are senior directors, and a lot of them are partners and investors and colleagues. Suddenly, they're getting asked to tell their story. Suddenly, they're getting asked to manage a project. Suddenly, they're getting asked to, can we fly you into head office and you just come and tell us how you do what you do? We'd like you to train up our new team. Coincidence? I don't think so. I have a client who, during her coaching program, I don't know that she's even finished the coaching program. It's a 6-week program that if you work full time will take you on average between 9 and 12 weeks to complete, depending on what you have got going on. She is now an ambassador for a global makeup brand. Go figure. We talk about confidence on camera. We talk about confidence in the marketplace. We talk about, are you a full-time mom and you want to earn a little bit of a part-time income? This is how you get up, dress up from home. This is how you dress up for the playground. This is how you dress up at the grocery store. This is how you dress up when you're going to have a meeting with the teacher. You have an excellent, consistent, diligent way of putting your best foot forward so that you build yourself a reputation without saying a word of someone that others want to do life with and want to do business with. I have had women who've been proposed to because suddenly they're not dressing in black and brown and navy. What kind of price tag, in the context of ROI, do you put on being proposed to and meeting an incredible man? On the topic of color, about 3 years ago, one of my favorite surveys I ever did, and I always survey my people, the amazing men and women who are in my life as clients and as colleagues and as friends and family, is I said to the men, we had about over 400 people we surveyed, and I said, what color do you most enjoy seeing women wear? Guess what they said? Red. I was like, great, wow, that's awesome. It happens to be my favorite color, but anyway. And then I said to the women, what color do you feel bold and beautiful in? Guess what they said? Red. Then I asked, how many pieces of red do you have in your wardrobe? None. No red in my wardrobe. So men love seeing you in it. You love wearing it, but you don't have it in your wardrobe. Red is a bold, beautiful, powerful, biblical color. And a lot of people are raised on don't wear it, don't attract too much attention. Red lipstick, actually red lipstick is for prostitutes and all that bullshit that's out there. And religious binding, flipping nonsense. And there's faith and passion and freedom in my coaching program. I'm a passionate woman of faith, and there is powerful evidence in the word that God does care about what we wear. In fact, he's very specific about that, but that's another conversation for another time. So red needs to be in your wardrobe. I'm on a mission to paint the world red. So when you dress good, you feel good, you look good, you have more energy, you have more action, you take more action, you say yes to more things, you attract opportunities, you attract people, it directly impacts your bank account. What else do we have here as results recently? Yes, one of our beautiful clients, already very senior, very successful in the corporate world, I don't even think she's finished the program. She's actually coming out to South Africa this year, 2022, on our first international annual client event. Beautiful woman, love her. And she was flown to a different country and has just been promoted into the C-suite because of her increased self-confidence and influence and her personal presentation and her personal branding. How powerful is that? That has directly impacted the bank account. Yeah, I've got clients a couple of weeks ago who have been promoted. Some of them are in a very junior role and haven't been expecting to be promoted for quite some time and have been promoted fast a couple of times over. Many have gone to launch online businesses. Technology is phenomenal. You have to make a small investment in your personal style and a camera and a screen and a microphone and a couple of things, and you can reach the world. How phenomenal is that? Don't be a woman ever who complains about Facebook and social media and technology, and don't do that, because then that which you judge is not going to serve you well. If you judge it, you will not work well with it. So don't judge technology. People out there have gone on to launch their businesses for free on Facebook. I don't like Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, really? You launched your business for free? I've seen the same people launch their businesses at no cost to them on Facebook and be successful. The same people will complain about Mark Zuckerberg. Really? That's just a lack of gratitude, man. That's just, oh, that lipstick all over my hand. That's just hot pink. Got to have some hot pink lipstick, okay? Wherever you go, and it's gloss. And this is just coming off now, but if you can put it on light, you can put it on strong. Don't go anywhere without your lip gloss. If you don't like lipstick, it doesn't, because maybe it dries your skin out too much, go with lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss fanatic. Absolute quick on lip gloss. So, online business. My coaches go on to launch their own. Why? Because I learned a few years ago how to launch an online business, and it's been extremely successful. And that's in my coaching program. You want to learn how? I'll teach you. There is an abundance of opportunity out there. A lot of them have gone on to author books. That book has been a calling card for them. They've been invited to speak. They've been invited to present their story. And now they're actually in a full-time, very senior position of training some people based on their experience. Because they've got the courage to get up, dress up, put themselves out there, go and launch the book, and they were noticed and they were seen. Some go on coffee dates with their friends. They've gone to coffee shops, dressed nicely, again, maybe a cute little top and some jeans, or maybe it's summer and you've got a pretty dress on and some lovely earrings and some wet shoes or some sandals, nice tote bag, some lip gloss, and already you stand out. You don't have to try hard to stand out in the crowd these days. Look around you. We are not supposed to be conformed to the world, but everyone pretty much looks the same. So you just make a little bit of an effort. And at the coffee shop, there have been business opportunities that have come my clients' way because of how they're dressed. Same happens in restaurants all the time. One of our clients is now an ambassador for a global brand. One is a makeup brand. One is a health and fitness brand. Another one is a kid educational brand, an organization. And because of how they dress, because nobody else in their industry is dressing well, suddenly everyone is noticing her on the Zoom calls and at their meetings and at their annual and biannual events. She's just rising up, rising up, rising up. Nationwide representation of your industry, rising up. This, of course, impacts your income, all of it. There's loads more. There's loads more examples. Listen. The only thing standing between your status quo and a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow with an increased income is action. That's it. That's it. So go to www.LindaPaige.com, watch the case study video, book a call with my office. It will cost you nothing. It will cost you no money, honey. But don't book it unless you're serious. I separate the curious from the serious because I've worked with the curious. That's not what I do. I was like, look, my turn. I'm like, no. I made the mistake of trying to persuade people. Come on, if you do this, you're going to. I'm not in the business of persuading anybody, and nor is my team. There is evidence that abounds that when you get up, dress up, and you put your best foot forward, when you shine your light, that you will attract amazing people and amazing opportunities. And my clients are shocked day after day what happens in the coffee shop, in the restaurants, at the grocery store, in business, on Zoom calls. Why? Because they learned how to get up, dress up, highlight their best bits, understand their body shape, not their size. Size is a distraction. Their body shape and how you dress, your personal message, dressing on the outside to reflect and communicate the woman on the inside without saying a word, how that directly impacts their pocket. So if you want that increase in income, that increase in self-confidence and influence, even if you are a 9.999 out of 10 on self-confidence, you should not be a 10. Otherwise, there's nothing more that you can learn. There should be always something more that can make you more confident. Self-confidence means self-trust. How much do you trust yourself to go out and do X, Y, Z? How much do you trust yourself to be a positive impact in your company? How much do you trust yourself to walk into a room of 1,000 people and turn heads and smile because you are respected and admired as a woman of style, woman of substance, woman of strength? That's who you are. But every day is Tuesday. We get to choose every day whether we are going to get up, dress up, and be that bold light on a hill, or that we're just going to shrink back, dress down, blend into the background, and keep praying. Lord, please help me. Prayer is powerful. I believe in the power of prayer. But faith without action is dead. www.LindaPaige.com